Good morning. Happy Monday. Wait for the video to pop up. Oh, it's already there. Nice. Let people arrive. Happy Monday to everyone. Hello, Erin and children. You're the first one I see. Hi. Okay, I think I'm done. How's everybody doing this morning? Happy Monday. There we go. Did you guys have a good weekend? I did. It was beautiful out and celebrated some kid friends' birthdays. I have to say, while it would be nice to get together for people's birthdays, it's been really fun coming up with ways to celebrate people's birthdays and still make them feel special. So I kind of dig that. My son has a birthday coming up soon, so I'm going to have to do something with him. Well, thank you for the hair compliment. I appreciate it. Anyway, it's Monday. We are drawing a dragon for our Mascot Monday. I believe our local school, Westmore Oaks, I think that's the one, is a dragon. And then I'm sure there's many others out there that are dragons. I have started posting the schedule on Sundays. So instead of deciding the night before what I'm drawing, I'm deciding a week out. So if you're a kiddo and you're on here, you can ask your parents what we are drawing each Sunday. But I'll tell you, this week we're drawing, I'll announce it on Mondays too, the whole schedule, and then I'll tell you, I'll do reminders at the day before. But we are doing SpongeBob tomorrow. We're doing a burger and fries and maybe a milkshake, like a fun food drawing on Wednesday. Thursday, we're doing Piggy and Gerald from the Piggy and Gerald books. And I'm teaming up with another local group who does live readings. And so I will draw Piggy and Gerald at 3:00 that day. That's our drawing time that day. And then at 4:00, I'll read Piggy and Gerald. So I'll post a link to that when we get to that day. And then we're finishing Friday off with Bigfoot, the world quarantine champion. And then for Saturday for the parents, we're teamed up with Cooper Winery and we're doing a cowboy. So if you're a parent or if your parent is around, remind them to get their wine order in by Wednesday. So that's our week. I know a lot of people are excited about SpongeBob. I'm excited about SpongeBob. I have some funny things in store for SpongeBob. I'm not going to give you any more information than that, but it should be a pretty fun one. Hello from Ohio. Joining you for the first time. Awesome. For a dragon. So that's my announcements for today. So if you are joining for the first time, we will always use paper, a pencil. I use a pen that I outline everything in black with. You can also use a crayon or you can not outline at all. Totally up to you. And then my colors today for my dragon are pretty simple. I'm doing 2 different greens, an orange and a yellow, and then a little bit of red. But again, these are all make it how you want it. So color it how you want. You don't have to do the same colors that I do. And I see lots of requests. I see Jaguars, other schools. I promise we'll get to all of your schools. So if we aren't doing it next Monday, just keep coming back and we'll get there. I promise. We're working through our list. So, okay, I'm going to flip you around. You guys ready to see the dragon that we're drawing? Ready, set, go. There is our dragon. Move my camera so I'm not creating a big shadow on the page. So there's our dragon. And like I said, I did him 2 shades of green. I did orange and yellow for his belly and his tail. I almost did this rainbow. So that's another idea, is you could color this multiple colors. And then I have him breathing fire, but you could also have him just doing a little puff of smoke, or a little puff of smoke with a heart inside or something. So it doesn't have to be breathing fire. That's completely up to you. I might change it up today when I actually draw it out. Black pen to outline. My favorite, my go-to, the one I use the most that makes these outlines that are pretty thin, is called Micron 08. You see that? Micron 08. You can buy these at Target, or you can buy them on Amazon. And they usually come in sets of like 3 to 5. And they have lots of different sizes. Like here's a 003, that's going to be super, super skinny. 08 I feel like is the best for outline. And then I like 02 for details, really fine details, like if I'm doing lashes. And then if I want a thick outline, sometimes I do those thick outlines. I use this Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pen, and it's in 1.5. So those are the 2 that I like the best. This for a more thin outline like this, and then this for a thicker outline. All right. So let's put our dragon aside and start drawing. Hi, Megan, or Megan's kids. Welcome to Dragon Day. So for the head, I'm going to start there. I don't like that pencil. There we go. You can do this shape a couple different ways. You could just do a simple oval. And again, I'm having him fill the page. So I'm making him pretty big. But you could also make his head kind of a peanut shape, which is what I did on the original drawing. Does everyone know what a peanut shape is? Like in a shell. It kind of comes in on both sides. So see that, how both sides come in. So you can do either. You could do just this oval, or if you wanted to make this oval a peanut shape, you could just bring it in a little bit on this side, and then bring it in a little bit on this side, and then you would just erase those little lines. So if it helps you to start with the oval, you can do that, or you can just keep his head oval, or you can make it look like a peanut. So that's step number 1, is just getting his head on there. And then from his head, we're going to build off his body. So his body, I'm going to come from the back of the head. And I'm just going to draw a line down. I'm going to slightly curve it in and then go back out wide and bring it around. So see that? Kind of like a vase. And I didn't go too close because I do want to have room for the tail over here. And then I'm going to repeat this back up. So I'm going to come up, come back in, and then connect up here with the head. And that will be our dragon's body. Now, once I have the body on, I erased part of this headline inside of the body and gave my dragon more of a jawline. So I just took from where I erased and then curved it up into the face. And that gives him like a cheek and a jaw. So remember, drawing is all about finding those shapes and building all of those shapes together until you start to see the shape you want. Or do you mean it looks like a, like a bowling pin? That's kind of a bowling pin shape. Actually, that's a good term for that. Now I'm going to put his feet in. So I'm just going to do kind of a curved square, and I'm going to put one over here, not completely on the edge. I'm going to have one that's kind of in front. And so I'm just doing a square with curved edges. We're just looking at the bottom of his foot. And it's not a perfect square. It's a little more narrow up here, and that's okay. I'm just going to roll with it. I'm going to leave that shape. And then his other foot, I want it to be about even to where this one is. So I'll pretend like I'm drawing through, drop my pencil on this other side, and then I'll draw the foot that's behind. So I have one foot that's in the front and then one foot that's behind. Yours looks like a giraffe. This would be almost the same start if we were drawing a giraffe. So if we were drawing a giraffe, I would do like this same, I sometimes like to tell you guys that because then you can see how you could turn a drawing into something else. You would do these two shapes and then we would draw a big oval off the back and then we would draw legs and now it's a giraffe and you just change the ears. So just something. We will draw a giraffe one day and we'll do the whole instruction. I'm going to erase this line that's inside of the foot and I'm going to give him a little pad on the bottom of his foot. So I'm just going to draw an oval. You could make this a heart or some other shape. And then this one's just going to be partially showing because some of his foot is back behind his body. 5 princesses. That's a lot of princesses, and you're very welcome. I'm glad you spent some time drawing this weekend. Now on my foot, I'm going to do 3 little nails. So just 3 triangles. And on this side, I'm just going to do 2 because the third one is hiding back behind him. So far, so good. We've got our dragon head, our body, our feet. We'll put the tail in next. So where this line starts to curve out, that's where I'm going to start putting my tail. And I'm just going to curve out and around and back in. And there's his tail. And I just went all the way to the edge of my paper. If your dragon is over more, or maybe you drew your dragon this way, you could give him a really long tail. And now the wings. Now the wings, you can play with the wings. So I gave the dragon wings that, you know, kind of fit the page. But you could also give your dragon tiny wings. Remember how we did Chewbacca and he looked really funny with the really tiny little rabbit ears on top of his head? So you could do the same with the dragon and give him these tiny wings where you would think, how does that dragon fly if he has such dinky wings? So for the wings, we have the curve of the neck, and where it starts to come back out, that's where I'm going to start the wings. And I'm just going to do a curved line to a point, and then another curved line to a point. So I'm like doing waves. And then an angled line coming in. And then I'm doing the same lines that I did here, but I'm doing them upside down. So I'm going to curve in to a point and then in to the body. And there's my wing. We do have some Monsters, Inc. on our list, so don't worry, we will do that. The wing on the other side is the same thing. You can do your pretend line through the body, drop your pencil on the other side, curved line to a point, curved line to a point, angled line coming in towards the body, and then a curve the opposite way, curving up, coming down to a point, and then up and back in. Oh, it is a bat. We also could use this if we were drawing a bat. This is the shape we would put the bat, and we would put our body right in here in the middle. Yeah, drawing with, when I draw with you guys, I draw really dark. And then when I draw, like when I do these drawings the night before, I draw really light with my pencil. But sometimes I forget and I start doing it with really heavy pencil. And then I get all frustrated because I can see all the pencil lines. But remember, half the time you can see them and no one else can. No one else notices. I'm going to put a little detail in the wings so it kind of looks like, wings, sometimes you can see the structure of the wing. It'll be heavier on some points and then a real thin on others. So I'm just going to do a line that follows this shape along the top. So one here, like that, and one here, like that. That's step number one. And then I'm going to put a line down from these points, just on the outside of them. I'm going to do a line coming down here and a line coming down here. Same on the other side. I made that other one a little too wide, so I'm going to make this one a little more narrow. And then I'll fix this one. Just bring it in a little bit on each side. And then you'll see when we color these, I'm going to color this and this dark. I'm going to end up erasing this line so I make it all one connected piece. And then I'll color the body part of the wing, the inner part, a lighter color. There we go. Ooh, a candy dragon. Will it be eating candy? Okay, the hands for the dragon, we're going to keep really simple. We're going to start them right below the wing, and we're going to just come out from the body and curve back in. And we're going to do that on both sides. Out from the body, curve back in. And then we can put a little nail on the end. Just do one over here for the hands, his arms. And now let's put those detail lines coming down the body. So I'm going to do these little curved lines. I'm going to come off of this jawline, curve, and go in. And then I'm just going to keep doing that. And as my body gets bigger, these shapes will get bigger. So at first they're kind of all going to stay about the same length. And then see, now my body's getting a little wider. So I'm going to angle it out and curve in. So see how these are slowly getting wider and wider too? And I'm just following the shape of that body. So as the body gets bigger, we're seeing more belly exposed. And then once I get down here towards the bottom, it's all about the same size. So I'm going to keep these all about the same width. This one is going to go down to the foot, and then it'll just curve off of the foot. And then this one, we're just seeing the line of it. And we're going to do these same shapes off of the back of the tail. So I'm going to curve out and come down. And same thing, as the tail gets towards the end, I start making them smaller and smaller. And that'll be my last one, just like that. And I'm going to do some like scales on the edge of my dragon. So I'll put some along the tail, just doing triangular shapes. Same thing, they can change inside, get size, get a little smaller as they go down to the tip of the tail. And then I'm going to do them along his body coming to his wing. So I'll start one on the tip of his head. And then just do these triangles, following the shape of the body. And you can make them curved, like curved humps if you didn't want to do triangles. Or you could just completely leave them off too. And look at that, just enough room to fit one more. And there we go. There's his little dragon scales. And now all we're left with are the details in the face. I'll give you guys a second. Let you finish off the bodies. let you think about what colors you're going to color yours in. For the face, I'm going to do the nose first, and I'm going to have one nostril. We're looking at him from the side. So I'm going to have one nostril in the front, but I want to see part of the nostril in the back. So I'm going to do that nostril first. So just here off the tip of his nose, I'm going to do a curve up and down into the face. Just like that. So that's the nostril on the other side of his face. And then about even with where this nostril is, you're going to put your nostril that's on the front. So you're just doing that hot dog shape, that top of a hot dog. And then inside you want to give him his nostril. So what I did is I did a line in the bottom, not connecting that, just right in the middle, and then drew another hot dog shape inside the nostril. And so I'll color this black, and then this will be the nostril of the dragon. The outside of the nose and the inside of the nose. And his eye, I'm going to put a curved line right about here. Give him a little eyebrow back here, another curved line off of that. And then for his eye, I'm going to draw a hot dog shape going down. So there's his eyeball with this little lid. And then I'll cut this. I'll do a curved line inside. Another curved line inside that. And then I'll put a circle of light in the corner of it. So this will be black, this will be the color of his eye, and this will stay white. And I wanted to give mine horns. So I'm going to put a curved line going the opposite direction of the eyebrow right here. And I'm going to end up drawing right on top of these. And I'm just going to do a curved shape that comes to a point and then comes back down to this line. And then all of this inside will get erased. Good job, Addie. And then the one that's on the other side is kind of going to be behind this scale. So we're just going to kind of come off of this scale, do a point, and then come back down towards the face. And this will be the one in the back. So I'm going to color this little space here a different color than I color the scale. So it'll look like the horn behind the scale. And then I'm just giving him a circle mouth so it looks like he's blowing. So I'm just drawing an oval. You could give him a big smile. You could give him an angry snarl with teeth. Now, let's bring our drawing back over. Yours can be a fire-breathing dragon. So if you were doing a fire-breathing dragon, I would do a line, a little point, come back up with another, a little point, a triangle, and then those flame edges, those point flame edges. But you could also have him doing a puff of smoke. And so to do that, I would do a line coming out like this and a line coming out like this. And you could have some little lines inside of that. And then do like a cloud shape. So he can breathe fire, or he could be just full of air and do a puff of smoke. Or you could even do something like draw a heart in here. Someone was doing a candy dragon. You could draw some sort of candy. You could have him saying something. Go Dragons, maybe, if that's your school mascot. So those are some different options. You have your fire-breathing dragon or your puff dragon. And that is our dragon. So now we all have to do is come in with our pen. I'm going to do these horns first, so I make sure that I don't accidentally draw through them. And I'll do this one in the back. And then I'll draw these little scales right here. There. I just wanted to make sure I got that area done so I didn't accidentally go over it. And now I'm going to start in with the face. Going into that jaw. Yes, you could totally make it like the dragon from Disney. There's tons of dragons. You have that dragon from Disney. What is his name? Is it Figment? You have Puff the Magic Dragon. You have Pete the Dragon. Lots of dragons from movies. The How to Train Your Dragon dragon is a really cute one. And now let's come down and go into the body. And one thing I'm going to do is when I get to the tail, I'm going to stop because I'm not going to do the line here. So I'm just going to take that tail and bring the line out. And then I'll erase this line here. Now I'll come back in and do the rest of these dragon scales. Yeah, Onward really had two dragons, right? It had his pet, who was a dragon. He was like that long, skinny dragon. And then it had the school mascot, which was the dragon, which was like that cute green face dragon, kind of like this. But then when it built itself out of all the pieces of the school, and it looked kind of scary, but then it got that really funny face. Now these shapes inside, remember how I'm not going to connect them with that line at the top. So I'm just going to come to this first line and come down. And then same thing, this one's going to come up and come out. And that's like the joint inside of the dragon. The bones, structures of his wings, whatever you want to call them. Lots of little detail lines in this dragon to go over. Some of our drawings have very little outline work and others have a bunch. And let's put this foot in front first. Now I'm going to come in and do this whole big long body and belly line. And connect to that foot. Draw that foot in the back. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. I do that sometimes when I come in with my pen. I'll adjust the size a little bit. Since I changed the size, I'm going to move the nails over. So you can see I just made it a little bit smaller than I had it before. Sometimes I'll make changes when I'm drawing in the pencil, and then other times I just, once I start outlining, I don't like something and I'll just change it right then. And then the thing with that is it's kind of nice because then you do it in the pen and it just is what it is. So that way you don't stress too much over it. Drawing is no fun if you're constantly stressing over making something look absolutely perfect. Oh, there goes my light. Oh, there it goes again. And now let's do all of these lines. Here. So it'll be fun to see who makes their dragon happy, who makes their dragon mean and angry. Whose is breathing fire and whose is puffing smoke. So don't forget, when you're done with your drawings, make sure you share them. You can post them into the Dragon album on the group, or you can post them directly on the group page. It's up to you. And last but not least, I have my smoke, little puff. And I'll just kind of color that in gray. And it's erasing time. And you'll just have to sing a song to yourself to erase. I was going to try to figure out a way to have a fun little erasing song, but then I have to stop what I'm doing and fire up music, and it just became more complicated and took away from the drawing time. So I decided everyone should just make up your own little song that you sing while you erase. Maybe you hum to yourself or you make up words and sing them. Whatever works for you. Everyone likes the erasing. I like that you all have kind of, and what I like is I think you guys, those of you who are into it, you're all kind of singing your own little eraser song in your head while you get your paper all clean, get all the marks off. I think I've got all of mine. I'm going to blow all of this. You're deep into school right now, I'll do a layer. That's fine. The video will be up in full for those. I know a lot of people are doing schoolwork. Blow that off. So you can always always come back and do it later. There we go. I'm Puff the Magic Dragon myself, just blowing all the eraser dust off my little table. Oh, I just got a bunch of pencil on there. Hit it with my pencils. Okay. So there we go. So I am going to start with the belly and this tail part, and I'm doing two colors and I'm alternating them. So I'm going to do orange and yellow. And again, you can pick and do any colors you want in here. You can do rainbow, blue and purple would look cool, black and white. So I'm just going along the edges of these shapes, getting that outline in, and then coloring in the center. Yeah, our school, every school it seems like is doing something a little different. So our school, we actually have Monday is art and PE. And then our schoolwork, our, English and math and all of those, writing, those start on Tuesday. But some schools have all of it every day. Everyone's schedule is a little different. We're all doing it when we can, making our schedules. Is anyone doing night school? Doing your schoolwork at night instead of the day? Maybe you have a parent who needs to work during the day. We spread ours out too throughout the day. So sometimes we're not done till later, but that usually means we took lots of breaks during the day. I can't really go faster. I have to I'm just going at how long it takes me to color. And this probably will take a bit to color. So I know some of you won't stick around to color with me. Some maybe have already finished or half done with their coloring because you finished your dragon early, and that's fine. You can come and go as you need. This dragon ended up with a lot of little detail shapes, and those all take more time to color than just our big shapes. And now I'm going to do the same over here and alternate the orange and yellow. And I'm pushing pretty hard. I'm making it really saturated in color, making it really dark. I am going to color his body a little lighter because I'm going to do his scales dark. So I'm going to do the little scales. Oh, look at that. I forgot. So since I'm working in pencil, I can erase that. But if you can't, like, it's not all going to erase, so I'll just go right over the top of it with the yellow. I started to color in the one right next to it, orange too. I forgot to leave a space. So there, I don't need the orange anymore. And I'm going to come in with my pen and I'm going to color my black in. So I have black on his nails. That's what color I'm doing them. I'm going to do the toenails too in black. And then I'm going to have the nose, the little nostril. You could also color that in a darker green. And the mouth. So he looks like he's puffing. And then that eye. Leaving that circle of light for the inside of the eye. Just like that. I'm using, they're called Prismacolor Magic Rub. You can't really see the name on them anymore. It starts to rub off, but they look like this. They're great. I really like them. And now for my yellow, I'm going to do these yellow. I'm also going to do his horns yellow. So I'm going to start there and do these shapes up here yellow. And then I'll come in and do this shape. And because I did the orange first, I can go a little faster on my yellow since I'm working in pencil, because my pencil, it's okay if my yellow touches my orange. You won't even see it. So I'm just going from edge to edge and not worrying about it going into the shape above or below, because you won't even notice. If I had colored my yellow first, then I would have had to be careful because orange is a darker color and it would have showed up. So if you're a little bit strategic in what color you put down first, if you're working in pencil, a lot of times you can go right into the next color because it doesn't matter. You won't notice. If you're working in pen, it's a different story. You have to stay inside of your shape because layering pens almost always changes the color. These are bigger, so I'm going to go this way. But I'm going to start with the sides first and then color that middle part so I can go faster. Right, always get those sides in, the edges. That way I don't accidentally color outside of them when I'm coloring quickly. And now I can go quicker in the middle. Yes, it does make me go faster. This last one in here, it's at the bottom, so I'm going a little bit slower because I have a whole line that I don't want to go outside of. Touch up a little bit here and there and here. And then I have these, and same thing, just going to go from the top to the bottom. And there we go. Those are all colored in. Bye, you're welcome. Thanks for drawing or hanging out. Maybe you just hung out. Maybe you were just hanging out. And I'm gonna get a blue real quick and do the eye, this little edge right here, the color of his eye. And now I'm going to come in with a dark green, and I'm going to color these shapes in. And when I'm coloring circles, you'll notice I tend to color in a circle. So I cut my pencil, I move like this versus up and down or left to right. It just helps me stay within that shape. I do it with wavy lines or with circles. I find it's easier to color them in. So I'm doing this part, the dark green, and I'm going to use 2 different color pencils today. So I'm doing a dark, and then I actually picked out a lighter green. So I'm not worried about, you know, doing this dark and then a lighter touch. I do that sometimes. This time I'm actually just using 2 different colors. And I'm going to come in and color all these. Remember how I said just with these, I'm starting with my darker color first. So that way when I come in with my lighter color of green, it's okay if I go right over the top of my dark green because it won't show up. So all of these little detailed triangles in first. And there's a bunch of them going around all the edges. Did anyone draw any? I know I saw one person say they drew a lot of princesses over the weekend. Did anyone do any videos that they had missed over the weekend, or anyone draw anything just on their own? I had some private parties this weekend, so I drew lots for those. A 3. Oh, you did some Bob Ross. Nice, Vivian. I like it. Tonight I'm going to do, for those that have seen it before or I did it with Mickey. I'm going to do a fast motion. So I will post that at some point tonight, after some point today or tonight. I'm going to record myself while I'm drawing SpongeBob for tomorrow, my pre-drawing, and I'll post that on the page. We don't draw till later tomorrow, so when you wake up, or if you're around when I post it tonight, you can watch that and watch me draw SpongeBob quickly. I know a lot of people right now, because school has, a lot of people have started back in with their school activities, so they're coming on and they're drawing on the weekends, catching up, doing the videos they didn't see during the week. I'm also going to do this structured area of the wing in this dark green. And then also, a lot of people don't like drawing with the live because they like to be able to pause the video, So they come back and they watch it later when they can pause. For some, it goes too fast. I'm going to turn my page because it's easier to color this section here for me at this angle. So remember, never be afraid to turn your page. You don't have to keep it upright. You can turn it upside down if it helps you. So that one's done. And now this one. And this is the last little area, I think. I'll double check, but I think this is the last little area I'm coloring in dark green. Oh, the fast video, am I doing it in ink? I don't know. Oh, am I not using pencil? That's a good question. I might. Yeah, sometimes so that's my mom. Hi, Mom. Sometimes I like to draw just straight in pen and not be able to erase. I never put pencil down, so maybe I'll do that tonight for SpongeBob. And that, I think, is all the areas where I'm putting that dark green. So all I have left is the light green, and then I am going to go ahead and come in with a gray and do this puff of smoke. And I'm just doing a light gray, and then I'll add some dark into it. So my dragon today is all out of fire. It's Monday. He used up all his fire over the weekend. So let's do this a little bit darker, and then just add some like dark little swirly motions. Bye. Thanks for drawing or hanging out. There we go, just like that. And then last but not least, our green. This color green, I'm going to touch light with it, but I'm going to do a couple places darker. I'm going to do the nostrils darker green. So I'm going to put those on there first. I think that's it. I think I was doing just the nostrils. Oh, and a little bit on the eyebrow. And then I was just going to do a little bit here on the horn. And now I'm going to do a lighter touch for the rest. Go around those edges of his face, around his eyes, so I make sure and don't color his eye in. And then speed color. Then I can go nice and fast. Turn my page. Come along these edges. And again, because I have these scales, it doesn't matter if I touch on top of them, but I do have some space in between. So I'm being a little more careful because I don't want to go in those spaces. And then just kind of coming along the edge of that. Shouldn't matter too much if I accidentally go on top of those colors, just a little bit. You shouldn't see it because this is a pretty light. It's a light green and it's a light touch. Make sure you come out into the hand. And let's do the tail. Let's see, I'm turning him almost all the way upside down. But it's easier for me to get at this angle by turning my paper than it is to try to turn and tweak my hand. Let's get this arm here. We're almost done with our dragon. The foot. Come along this bottom first. There we go. Now I can go faster because I can go right over the top of that dark green and you won't even tell. Same over here. Then the last thing I have to color is the wings. So the wings, I will just do the white edges that are left on the curve, and then I can go quick. Nice and fast. See? Done. Done on that side. One last side. Put that edge in. Put the edges on this curved part. And then nice and quick. And there is my dragon. My magical mascot Monday dragon. Let's put our name. Our age and where we're from on our page. Maybe the dragon is your mascot for school and you could write "Go Dragons" or put the name of your school. Remember, you can make it however you want, make it your own. And that is it for our Mascot Monday. So let me flip you around. A couple of you still on. We have one birthday today. All right, so thank you again. One birthday, Irvin. Happy birthday, Irvin. If you're here, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you eat some cake, maybe, to celebrate your birthday. We will be back tomorrow. Oh, Zoe, there's someone else who has a birthday. Happy birthday, Zoe. We will be back tomorrow to draw SpongeBob. I will do a fast motion video at some point today. Hopefully I'll try and get up a little early so you guys can watch it. Of doing SpongeBob, and because my mom challenged me, I'm going to do it just in pen, so you'll get to see what it looks like when I don't get to erase. And if I make a mistake, you'll see me work with it and fix it. And thank you, Mom, for the, well, it's called a sweatshirt, Mom, not a swear shirt. We're not swearing in here. And that's all. We'll be back tomorrow for SpongeBob. We will be on the news again tomorrow. So at 9 a.m., if you're not doing schoolwork, tune into Good Day Sacramento and you can see me there. Otherwise, post your pictures, share them to the page, invite your friends if you're having fun, share them on Instagram, Draw with Stacy, and I'll reshare them. And I love you all. Happy Monday. Let's make it a good week, and we will see you soon. Bye, guys.